home turf. Leading the Washington sideline, that's head coach Dan Quinn. His side enters in need of a win, sitting at 1-3 in this early season. With my buddy Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This is Rigoberto Sanchez to get us started. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former fourth-rounder out of Purdue, Aiden O'Connell.
One thing that Aiden has learned very early in his NFL career is to get the ball out on time and on target. And it's amazing, Kate, how many players can survive and thrive in the NFL with those two attributes. Get the ball out early and get it out on time.
And he gets him around 6 there. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. Now hold on a second. We have a player in some pretty clear pain following that play. That's Rachaad White, who's getting some attention from the trainers. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's O'Connell to the air. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Washington first down.
On first down, O'Connell. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Right side, cut by Sinnott. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
And he's more than happy to get the win last week, but there's still something probably nagging at him. He only needed one more good completion to have one of those really rare 500-yard games in the NFL. I'm sure it'll be tough for him to match that performance this week, or maybe any week, but it has him coming in hot, confident, and believing in what he can do.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Blitz coming for Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Samuel comes in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down. O'Connell has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 12.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
For a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Brings up 2nd and
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Carlson's kick is good. And that's going to give them their first points of the ball game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Tyquan Thornton. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains. We've set it downs from the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down throw by Jones. And he put everything he's got behind it. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Coverage by Mikey Samuelstill.
From the shotgun, it's Jones.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, O'Connell. Oh, it's an interception! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
This offense ready to get going again now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. Touchdown. These guys pull ahead 6-3 in the first. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. First give of the game here to the rookie out of UCF. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. O'Connell here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On 3rd down, here's O'Connell. Dump off caught by his back. Jukes away from one. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here go play action. It's O'Connell. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Another throw for O'Connell. Oh, he got free. He's running with it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Offense is set. 1st and 10. To throw, here's O'Connell. It's a shot for 3rd. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have second down behind the sticks. O'Connell to throw it. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Throwing is O'Connell. Outright McCaffrey makes the grab. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Carlson's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here's Irving. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So 20 yards on that play. And that means first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Mitchell again. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Complete on the slant to Watson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And they could really use a good one here. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. O'Connell working from the pistol. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's O'Connell to the air. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he gets it away from his end zone. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jones. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 21-yard line.
Mitchell off the pistol give. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
He's going to run for it. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He gets a gain of 12 on that one, and that gives him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone on first. He brings it in. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
11 more yards. That's another Brooklyn first down.
Completed over the middle. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game. Kate, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's tackled for no gain.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. O'Connell now to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. So read here and give to Mitchell. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. So 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side, and we've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming your way from Brooklyn. Stick around. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. On the shotgun, it's Jones. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. And is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Thrown again on 2nd down. O'Connell has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Ryan Rico on to punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, Jones. It's taken in by Tucker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Jones. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Here's Jones. On target to Fulton. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. To the air once more. Here's Jones. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 19 on that pickup. And that gives them the first. From the red zone now. Now he takes it. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Sly's kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
Our journey around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC South. Okay, Kate, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. And this is Deshaun Watson. He'll look to the end zone and find his man 33 yards on the touchdown pass. The Jaguars with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they host the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Ashton Jeanty. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And here's the Steelers running back. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. The Steelers are going to come away with a 27-7 victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here's Irving. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Jones. It's cut right side by Watson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Play action now with Jones. Right back to Watson. This is Combs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play fake, Jones. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Jones going to throw again. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards.
Third and long for him here. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. To throw again, it's Jones. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Again, Jones to the air. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Third down, Jones to throw. Completed over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. All set now. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. He dodged the tackle. Shoots another one. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it.
He has the touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Extra point is up and good from Slot. And these guys double their lead to 14. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Eagle play action. It's O'Connell. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Jones now to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. And this one doesn't go far.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Throwing now on first down. O'Connell. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
Back out runs their offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First down from the 42. Now run. This is Mitchell. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Again, this is Mitchell. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting on the ground. Here's White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
He tucks it and takes off. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Washington first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
It's a short pickup to the 20. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Rush just too much here. Down he goes. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. O'Connell facing a 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
To pick up at 3. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down from the gun. Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guy's first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
On first down, O'Connell. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. This play is a design run. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. It's a gain of 3, but that still leaves him with 2nd and 17. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. This one's to Slayton, left side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. On 3rd down, here's O'Connell. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he makes the catch for the tip drill touchdown. These guys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And his guys make it a 24-point ball game.
Washington 6.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign that this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
From the gun, O'Connell. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll go, O'Connell. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
This is Mitchell. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Jones. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's forced down bounds after picking up about 7. Some movement up front, and now backs even more against the wall. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Running it after the penalty. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down. This might be a free play for him. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. They got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Extra point is up and good from slot. And these guys continue piling on to this lead.
37, visitors 6.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Jukes away from 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. O'Connell working from the pistol. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. O'Connell here from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right.
A gain of 7.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's O'Connell to the air. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have 3rd and short. Throwing is O'Connell. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. They'll run it with Robinson. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Here comes their offense out again. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, They're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Mitchell up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's the fit to Watson. And he takes this to the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and very short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jones running sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. We've set it downs from the 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Jones. Back to a familiar target. It's Watson. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
33-yard line. A gain of 4.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jones. This is caught near the pylon. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they're going option. And he gets in, touchdown! These guys continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Escapes a defender. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
O'Connell looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's Mitchell. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here's Mitchell again. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. These guys about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to it. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain, making 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Mitchell on the carry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This finds its target. That's Taylor. Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it. Touchdown. These guys are running him out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys grow their lead yet again. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. New set of downs for them from the 31. Throwing now on 1st down, O'Connell. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Completed left side to Samuel. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. A nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from Brooklyn.